Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing fantastic as always. How's it going? This one's going to be a fun one. We're flying from London Gatwick, yes, London again, of course, over to Copenhagen in Denmark. We're looking at a flight time today of around 1 hour and 30. So if you're in the mood for a busy, short flight around Europe, then of course now is the chance to do so. Aviator Haddy, what's up? Vic Frost, Samuel AR, Jaden. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Boeing 787-10 Flyboy, Jokester X, Aku, what's up? Welcome to the stream. My Nuga, good to see you back here. KLM Butter Landing, what's up? Hello, Cool Cat Big C, welcome, welcome. If I was to say hello to everybody for the next 5 minutes, it'd take quite a while, so I'm not going to do that, but hello everyone, welcome. As I said, this is going to be a fun one. We're looking at a flight time today on this London Gatwick to Copenhagen route of around 1 hour and 30, as mentioned. We're cruising at flight level 410, and this is definitely going to be a fun stream because A, we're streaming and we're having fun again. Of course, it's going to be a busy event. B, we have a guest. Kai is going to join us on today's stream. We're going to, of course, focus on departing the airport, pushing back, going down to the runway and taking off and getting out of here before that. Then Kai will come onto the stream and say hello, talk about what he does here at Infinite Flight. And really, we're going to have just a chit-chat and talk to you and answer some questions along the route. In addition to that, we'll also do a giveaway, a month of Infinite Flight Pro, of course. One of you watching could be the lucky winner and have an entire month of Infinite Flight Pro entirely free. So Infinite Flight 001, as you sent that comment, I literally just answered your question. So there we have it. A month of Infinite Flight Pro will be given away later on in this stream. But hello to the 90 of you watching. I'm not going to stall for too long. I'm going to, of course, Dan, I'm not Aviator Haddy anymore. IF Haddy. Did I say Aviator Haddy? Out of habit, right? But let's go ahead and get the aircraft started up, of course. I think Kai might be flying with us today. If not, he's sitting next to us on the ramp right now. But let's hop into the aircraft, get things started up, boot the aircraft up. We'll obviously hop into the flight deck and turn the main battery and the APU on, just to get things going and sort of get power running through the aircraft so that we can get going really to Copenhagen. Weight and balance is already done. Flight plan's already complete. So if you are joining us today, remember to copy that. And remember that we are on the expert server. So of course, if you're joining, be sure to follow rules. That's all I can really say. Just don't mess around. Have fun, of course. That's the most important rule, though. Take it seriously, but don't take it too seriously. Okay, let's just have some fun. Hoffs Players, what's up? Yes, I do remember you. What's up? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Nick Masterson, Samuel AR. What's up? How's it going? How's it going? Let's do it. Let's do it. Aircraft's booted up here at London Gatwick. Let's have a look at the map real quick. Here's the flight plan, by the way, if you're wondering. It's quite short. We've got about 575 nautical miles. So again, quite a short one, but really, I think this sort of flight time is the perfect sort of flight time for a flash flight or stream in general, because sometimes when we're streaming and we get to cruise, and let's say the flight's 2.5 hours, 3 hours long, especially on my own channel, there's this grey area at cruise where there's sort of not much to talk about. The chat sort of dies off. You know, there's not very much going on because we're at cruise. A bit like how it works in the real world, right? When you're on a plane and you're cruising, no one really talks to each other. You just look out the window and relax. And the same sort of thing happens here on a flight, on Infinite Flight, when we stream. So I do think this is the sweet spot for stream durations and activity. So with that being said, nav beacons, seatbelts no smoking. we're ready to go. Let's tune into the 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟. I know what it's going to be because I've listened to it about 5,000 times already before the stream started. But what plane? 737-800 Norwegian. 𝗖𝗛𝗛𝗡𝗟, what's up? Okay. Visibility 21, temperature 11. No pattern work allowed. Landing runways 8 right, departing runways 8 right. No TAM, event in progress. Expect delays. Advised on initial contact. You have information, Charlie. Okay, awesome. So, we don't need to listen to any more of that. We know that we can request pushback with information, Charlie, because there's only one runway in use today. Dan Aviation, what's up? How's it going? Welcome.
London Gatwick ground, Ryan 348, ready for pushback with information, Charlie.
London Gatwick ground, Scandinavia.
A load of Norwegian aircraft. Dan, where are you flying to? We're going to Copenhagen. Ground is now offline. Hopefully there's a controller change or something. Otherwise this will be quite wild. Tower is still here. There should be a controller change. I'm personally going to take this opportunity to push and start. If we connect the tug and begin our push here. Aviation X, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Let's do this. We'll start with engine 1 today. Of course. Push to the right here. Thank you very much, Kai, for the message. We're supposedly having some connection issues with ATC on the controller's end, so that's not a problem at all. Let me just close Slack here so you don't hear Slack notification throughout the stream. I'll have a look at my phone when messages come through. I might take it. Kai, it's entirely up to you if you want to take the frequency. Let's detach the tug and start engine 2. Hey Dan, do you play PlayStation or Xbox? That's a really good question, Samuel AR. I don't play any. I sold so I started off with PlayStation back in the day. Then I moved to Xbox 360. And then I got a PS3. Got rid of the 360, got a PS3. And then I got an Xbox One. And then after that, I sold it. I don't need an Xbox. I do everything I need to do on the PC. I've sort of grown out of that sort of stage now. Although I would like an Xbox just to play games on every so often. On the TV or something behind me. Okay, right. We'll go to flaps 5. Trim can go to about 25. Let's do auto brake max. APU can come off. And we are ready to taxi. Let's just see what's happening on Slack. Okay, Kai, thank you very much. Before things get chaotic here. Paul, what do you mean experiencing the iPad resolution a bit low? Captain's Use, what's up? Haven't got ground? Not just yet. Waiting for Kai. Greetings from Panama City. What's up, Carlos? Welcome. There we go. Ground. Request taxi to active runway.
London Gatwick ground, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November, ready to taxi with information, Charlie.
London Gatwick ground. North Shuttle 77.
Frequency is going to be quite busy, so of course do expect delays and don't overwhelm the frequency with multiple messages.
10 Lima Lima. Ready to
No
taxi.
duplicates. Let's avoid that.
London Gatwick ground, Scandinavian 391 Foxtrot Heavy.
Going to use flaps 10 actually for this departure.
London Gatwick ground, Foxtrot Romeo Indian Echo Sierra, ready for pushback with information Charlie. London Gatwick ground. November 463.
I still remember you coming to Rhodes. Hoffy's plays. I'm coming back to Rhodes in about 28 days. It's funny you mentioned that.
London Gatwick ground. Shuttle 3517. Ready to taxi with information Alpha. London Gatwick ground. Papa Kilo Delta Alpha November. Ready to taxi to runway 8 right with information Charlie. Easy 45 Zulu Delta. Taxi to runway 8
I see a lot of rework requests in the chat, of course. If you would like to make a feature request, then head to the forum, of course. Where are we going today? Aviation 590, we're heading up to Copenhagen. With a flight time of around 1 hour and 30 minutes, maybe a little bit less.
Shuttle 477 heavy.
Join us up.
Contact tower when ready. Easy 83 Echo Delta. Taxi to runway 8 right.
Which airport is this, Dan? This is London Gatwick Airport.
Taxiing to runway 8 right.
The mobile pilot, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Alpha X-ray. Maple 35. Hold position. London Gatwick ground. Singapore 1642. Ready to taxi with information Charlie.
Let's see what's going on the ground here. There's a lot of aircraft heading out to the runway now. Any work in progress shots? Not today, not today.
Hold position. Holding position. Scandinavian 391 Foxtrot Heavy. Foxtrot Romeo Indian Echo Sierra. Hold position. London Gatwick ground. Red Nose 267. Ready to taxi to runway 8 right. Holding position. Foxtrot Romeo Indian Echo Sierra.
London Gatwick ground. Victor Hotel Romeo Delta Bravo.
Hello, Mr. Dandelion. Expert plays. What's up? Welcome to the stream. 100 people watching live right now.
North Shuttle 258. Taxi to runway 8 right.
Will we have Centre ATC today? I'm not too sure, actually. We can have a look. I don't think so, no. Not at the moment. There's no centre frequencies currently.
For India Romeo, ready to taxi. London Gatwick ground. Nortrans 3521. Ready to taxi to runway 8
Aviation
right
happy,
with
what's up?
information Alpha.
Holding position. November 423 Kilo November.
We're cruising at flight level 410 today. I'm copying the real world cruising altitude from one of the recent flights that this airline operated. It's quite high, actually. I haven't cruised at flight level 410 in quite a while. Usually I only typically fly that high in a wide-body aircraft on a long-haul route, but apparently this aircraft does it as well, so...
Easy 146. Ready to taxi with information Bravo.
London Gatwick ground. Scandinavian 327 heavy. Ready for pushback with information Delta. North Shuttle 738. Cross runway 8 left.
Crossing runway 8 left. North Shuttle
Victor Hotel Romeo Delta Bravo. Hold position.
How is your job at London Gatwick Airport? It's awesome. It's great fun. It's great fun. Thanks for asking.
Easy 146. Taxi to runway 8 right.
We're flying out of London Gatwick. It's a cool airport.
Runway 8 right. Easy 146.
London Gatwick ground. China Southern 327.
Soon, TM, said XY Magic. Yes, of course. We won't give away release dates, unfortunately, for any upcoming updates.
6 foot. Ready for pushback.
London Gatwick.
Alpha Victor Delta.
Taxi to 8 right in contact tower when ready. Yeah, thank you very much, Kai. Let's do this. Let's taxi to the runway.
Right. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Tango India November Yankee. Taxi to runway 8 right. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 8 right. Tango India November
Dan, IF-ATC having issues with Gatwick due to the load of players. Just wanted to let you know. Sorry. Oh, no, okay. No worries at all. I didn't realise that that was the case. I believe ground went down initially because of potentially connection issues with the amount of aircraft here. And then Kai is also now controlling, and it seems like Kai is also having the same issue. So it could be due to the aircraft count at London Gatwick at the moment. There are a lot of aircraft here, so I wouldn't be surprised.
London Gatwick ground. North Shuttle 061 heavy. Ready for pushback with information Delta. Shuttle 3517. Taxi to runway 8.
Damn, what are the red circles? It's a NOTAM.
London Gatwick ground. Pocket Romeo
Noticed it all, Emin.
Delta. Ready to taxi with information Delta.
TFR.
Taxiing to runway 8 right.
Essentially, the NOTAM says runway 8 left and 26 right isn't a runway. Essentially, it's a taxiway. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to taxi right down the runway.
Shuttle 6 foot. Ready for pushback. Requesting runway 8 right.
Sometimes when 26 left and 8 rights having maintenance in real life, they do operate off of this runway, which is really odd to see, but it does happen. But it's mostly used as a taxiway. Have you ever been to London Heathrow Airport? Yeah, many times, many times.
Pushback approved. Scandinavian 6901. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. Foxtrot Romeo India.
Dan, how to land a plane like butter, said Captain Zeus. I'm not too sure. Landing planes smoothly definitely comes with practice and time. I don't think I'm going to land too smoothly in the 737 today. I don't think I've quite mastered the art of landing this particular aircraft smoothly. It's sort of hit or miss. Like, sometimes I land it smoothly and sometimes I absolutely slam this aircraft into the ground. So it'll be interesting to see how we perform today. But we'll see, we'll see.
Holding position. Non shuttle 1449.
Maple 35. Taxi to runway 8 right. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 8 right. Maple 35.
8020 on the right.
Pushback approved.
London Gatwick Ground. Non shuttle 64. Ready to taxi to runway 8 right.
Pushback approved.
It's a 1 hour flight. Zach, yeah, it's around the 1 hour 30 mark. So, yeah, 576 nautical miles in total. Of course, we could be vectored on arrival into Copenhagen, so that could potentially make the flight a little bit longer, maybe by 5-10 minutes. I'm not too sure what the traffic's like, actually, in Copenhagen. I can have a look here on my end. If we go on live flight, we can have a look at the live traffic whilst we taxi down here. Copenhagen, there's ATC currently, and the traffic is looking not too busy on approach. Gatwick is definitely a lot busier right now than Copenhagen. Fair amount of aircraft on the ground in Copenhagen. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Of course, with all of us flying towards that airport anyway, I can imagine there will be some vectors. Are you one of the creators of Infinite Flight? No. Okay, so let me explain my role here at Infinite Flight, and I'm sure Kai can explain his as well when he comes on. But essentially, my role here at Infinite Flight is community engagement. So initially, it was just streaming, live streaming, and talking to all of you on live streams. And this is, of course, we're sitting here today doing the same thing. So live streams aren't going away; they're still here. My Infinite Flight career started with streaming, and then it sort of transitioned onto community engagement. So I create TikToks for the official Infinite Flight TikTok account. I post occasionally on Instagram and Twitter, you know, the social accounts. I create events such as this one, fly-in, fly-outs, and some stuff behind the scenes, like making 3D airports, for example. I'm quite close to the aircraft in front. Let's slow down just a tad. Taxiing quite slow. What's the departure? We are doing the Fran 1 Whiskey departure, so it's Eastern departure really. We're flying straight out more or less.
London Gatwick Ground. Or Shuttle 710 Lima Lima. Ready to taxi. London Gatwick Ground. Golf Alpha Echo Romeo Oscar. Request taxi to parking.
Golf Alpha Echo Romeo Oscar. Taxi to parking. At your discretion.
Daniel, the best gaming pilot ever in this world. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I don't think I am, but I'll take the compliment anyway. Jokester underscore X. Thanks for the sub. What's your most favorite airplane? Expert plays. I get asked this question a lot. It's a very popular question, and I don't really know. It's a bit difficult. I definitely prefer Airbus over Boeing, so it'd be one of the. I don't know. I like the 350. I really like the 321 Neo. I don't know. That's the thing. I can never decide. I can genuinely never decide. So it's a question that I just prefer not to answer, because one day I'll like this plane and one day I'll like the next one. It really depends.
Victor Tango Sierra India Victor. Pushback approved.
I'm fairly familiar with the A320 family, in all honesty. Very familiar with that, especially considering I work on those aircraft. I do like them very much. I think they're easy and very nice and neat.
Victor Hotel Romeo Delta Bravo. Taxi to runway 8 right. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 8 right. Scandinavian 391 Foxtrot.
Yo, Dan, do you have any aircrafts that you dislike? Okay, Jamal, that's a good question. let's see. The 767, I'm not really a massive fan of, to be honest with you. Same with the A330. I feel like the 330, especially the 330 Neo, I'm not really a fan of. I think the wingtips look weird, and the engines are just an odd shape. I don't know. The 330 I've never been a massive fan of anyway. Of course, it lands really smoothly, and that's one of the best things about it, actually. Other than that, what other aircraft?
Ready to taxi with information Delta.
Victor Tango Sierra India Victor.
That's about it, really.
Taxi to runway 8 right. Contact tower
What's the flight level? Dan Aviation, flight level. Whoa, let's concentrate. Flight level 410.
Taxiing to runway 8 right. Victor Tango Sierra India Victor.
Do you ever use charts while flying on these streams that are maybe off screen? Occasionally, yes, I do use charts. Occasionally, yes. The 330 is sometimes a pain to climb. Yes, the A330 is a slow climber. It's not a very powerful aircraft. Thank you. Good day. Thanks, Kai. I assume we're going off to Tower in just a couple of minutes.
Nord Shuttle 14.
Thank you. Good day. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Why are you taxiing on the runway? Peter, that's a really good question. Here at London Gatwick, one of the runways is predominantly used as a taxiway. Hence the taxi line all the way down the center of the runway. This runway is used for some landings and takeoffs during maintenance operations on the main runway, but there's a note out on the TFR saying that this runway, 26 right and 8 left, is to be used as a taxiway the majority of the time. So that's why we're taxiing down this runway today. So if you ever fly out of London Gatwick and the NOTAM saying this runway is being used as a taxiway, you don't have to request permission to cross the runway because it's technically not a runway.
Thank you. Golf Romeo Yankee Alpha November.
Golf Romeo Yankee Alpha November. Thank you. North Shuttle 987. Taxi to runway 8 right. Contact tower when ready. China Southern 327 heavy. Taxi to runway 8 right.
There's a lot of aircraft here right now. Huge line. Huge line. Make for a good screenshot on Instagram. Of course, if you get any screenshots during these events, or any videos for that matter, feel free to use hashtag Infinite Flight or hashtag Flash Flight on social media, or give us a tag for a potential repost.
Taxi to runway 8 right. Contact tower when ready. China Southern 327 heavy. Maintain safe distance with aircraft ahead, please. London Gatwick ground. 9 Mike Sierra Hotel Alpha. Ready to taxi to runway 8 right.
Will you get a violation if you go over 35 knots on this taxiway / runway? I'm not too sure. I haven't tried it, to be honest with you. You could try it. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. I think you can probably go over 35 knots, but I wouldn't try it. I would just personally just taxi at normal speed. As Dan is not a developer, he won't be able to, and is not allowed to answer any development-related questions. Of course, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟, thank you for answering that and giving some clarity there in the chat. I'm not a developer here at Infinite Flight, and a lot of the time I get asked, I mean, of course, I know stuff, I know bits and bobs that's going on behind the scenes, and all that cool stuff, but I simply cannot talk about it. And there's some questions that I get asked in the chat which I generally don't know the answer to anyway. So any development-related questions, I will definitely avoid answering. Just for that matter, I'm community engagement. I'm here to stream and entertain you, and not talk about the nitty-gritty and the behind-the-scenes and the code of Infinite Flight and whatnot. I'm here to fly planes and have fun, right?
London Gatwick ground. Golf Romeo Yankee Alpha November. Ready to taxi.
Next time you live stream, can I be in your live stream? Please don't ignore me. BR158. What do you mean, can you be in the live stream? You mean come on screen? Unfortunately not.
Golf Romeo Yankee Alpha November. Taxi to runway 8 right. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 8 right.
Please don't spam in the chat. I'll just give you a little on-guard warning there. Otherwise, you will be timed out. Do you get money for it, Dan? I mean, yes, I work for Infinite Flight. This is one of my jobs, of course.
London Gatwick Ground. Sierra Uniform November Golf. Ready to taxi. Sierra Uniform.
Waving with the rudder here. This aircraft in front.
Runway 8 right. Contact tower. Taxiing to runway 8 right. Sierra Uniform November Golf.
How much do you get, Dan? Confidential. I'm not going to tell you about any of my incomes. Are you working part-time for Infinite Flight? Not really. I mean, I'm a contractor here at Infinite Flight. I work for Infinite Flight, and essentially I work on my own hours. So yeah. Let's have a look at the line here, because I feel like we're going to be sitting here for a little while. It's quite busy. It is definitely quite busy. $220 behind us, sniffing our APU. Look at the line all the way down the road. This will make a really cool screenshot or something after the stream. Any other hobbies such as sports, etc., other than aeroplanes? Do you know, not really, to be honest with you. I love aviation. I live and breathe aviation. That's really the only sort of hobby I have. In my spare time, I spend more or less all of my time with my girlfriend, or spending time, you know, doing bits and enjoying stuff in the real world, rather than, of course, on flight simulators. So yeah, no other hobbies really. I don't really do any sports. In such a situation, would they open 8 left due to heavy traffic? No, I don't think so. I don't think they would.
London Gatwick Ground. North Shuttle 061. Ready for pushback with information Delta. London Gatwick Ground. Easy 42 Whiskey.
30 minutes into the stream.
Information Delta. North Shuttle 061. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. North Shuttle 061.
Don't abort your takeoff. Yeah, that's really good advice from Aviation 590. Do not abort your takeoff in this case, because you'll be going all the way to the back of the line, and none of us want that, do you? So. Don't you should show off the auto brakes. I don't think so. I'll pass on that one. Let's stop here and tuning to tower. Tower, request departure. 8 right. Departing east, send. Let's do it. Just calibrate. We should get our clearance relatively soon. Line up and wait 8 right. There we go. Landing lights. I'll put my strobe lights on now as well.
Ready for departure in sequence at runway 8 right. Departing east.
Your shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey. Your number 3 for departure. Ryanair 348. Hold short at runway 8 right. Roger. Your shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey.
Okay, we'll taxi straight forwards here. 8 right, clear for takeoff. Awesome stuff. There's no arriving traffic into Gatwick at the moment on 8 right, so it should just be a steady flow of departures, to be honest with you. Let's turn to that centre line.
Frequency change approved November 463 Mike Charlie. Good day.
Last calibration, and away we go. There's 130. 140. I'm going to slowly start pulling back. And we're airborne. Pitching up. Gears coming up. Thank you. Good day. Cool. Let's tune out the frequency then. We don't need that anymore. 1,000 feet, pitching down to increase our airspeed. Climb throttle. Lovely stuff. LNAV's coming on. What's with all these Dans? Dan Aviation, Dan King, Aviation Dan. Gonzo, what's up? There we go. Flaps come up to 5. Just watching out for November 463 Mike Charlie in front of us here. 3 nautical miles ahead, 211 knots. We're going slightly faster than them at the moment, so I'm just going to monitor that distance and keep my speed at about 230, as I don't want to crash into them. Hopefully they can speed up just a tad here. Cleaning up the aircraft. Spoilers can go off. Disarm the spoilers. Also brakes off. Cool. Come up to 5,000 feet. Going to lower the vertical speed here. Smooth takeoff, Dan. You handled it well. Thank you very much, Infinite Flight 001. Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a takeoff. We'll see how we can do with the landing, of course. Heathrow's got a little bit of traffic over there. We'll keep our speed at 250 knots in just a second. Just going to maintain... I mean, what's the aircraft in front flying? Potentially a different flight plan. I'm not too sure. They're 3 nautical miles ahead. I'm going to keep my speed at about 230 for now. What's the flight time? Jamel, we have about 1 hour and 30 in the air. Right now it's saying 218, but that's not the case. Of course, we're still flying quite slow. We've not got a tailwind at the moment. We'll see. Dan, be aware of turbulence between flight level 2602, not applicable. Thanks, Dan Aviation. I'll keep that in mind. Once we get close to our cruising altitude, we'll invite our guest onto the stream. Ah, there we go. Of course, yeah, I just forgot about that. Kai actually managed to fix the stream overlay here, so you can see at the top of the screen all of the information that you really need to know. Indicated airspeed, ground speed, vertical speed, altitude, heading, estimated time till arrival, so right now it's saying 2 hours 4, and our destination airport. And at the bottom of the screen you have the little aircraft that will move across the bottom of the screen in relation to how far we are along in our flight plan. So 10,000 feet. Let's increase our speed then. Oh yay, the progress bar is finally working. Yes, it is. It is. Thank Kai for that. Dan, how did you get the AV in your call sign? Ray, that's a good question. I changed my call sign to AVDAN a very long time ago when Infinite Flight actually allowed you to do that. Essentially, how call signs worked back in the day was you could have a custom call sign and make it whatever you wanted it to be. Of course, now you have presets and you aren't able to type in your own call sign. So I basically just haven't changed my call sign, because if I do, I won't be able to get it back. So that's how it's still AV. Go to 295 knots. Looking good so far. We're actually going to fly over more or less where I live in real life. If we look down, right below us is a town called Maidstone. I live close to this town. We're flying right over the center of it. I live a little bit off in this direction somewhere. And down to our left there, just off of the wing, is Rochester Airport. And that's where I fly in real life. Cessna 172. Is that your house over there? One of them. Yeah. Still got the aircraft 3 miles ahead. I'm not too sure. They're going quite slow. Mine, Hugo, what's your question? Everybody's now looking for Dan's house. Yeah. Good luck. There's very many to look through. Harry, what's up? Welcome. Right now it's saying we have 1 hour and 25. Let's just... There we go. Hint, it's near Gatwick. I actually live about 40 minutes away from London Gatwick. Dan, why don't you go full power on takeoff? There's absolutely no need to go full power on takeoff. You need to use about 89% N1. It depends on the aircraft type. Thank you for the sub. I would try to pronounce that, but I simply can't. So A1, thanks for the sub. How did you get the AV call sign? Ray, I did just answer that. If you skip back a few minutes, you'll be able to hear a full explanation of how I have kept the AV in my call sign. But essentially, it's just an old call sign that I haven't changed for a very long time. Okay, yeah, so we're getting up to the 260 mark, flight level 260. And it's getting quite bumpy. It's getting quite bumpy up here. Wolf Plays, thank you for the sub. If we just go over here, we should be able to watch the wing flex. There we go. It's quite windy on the channel earlier. I did my flight to Ibiza. Oh, Dan, you're on Ibiza? When's the guest coming? In about 5 to 10 minutes time. No, in the sim I'll go in real life in August. Oh, okay, Dan, I see. I thought you meant you're actually there in real life. Hey, Luma, what's up? Loving the aircraft model. Thanks again. Welcome, Luma. Welcome. Yes, as Kai said in the chat, just finish up the ATC session and then we'll be right on. So, you can expect to see Kai here soon. There you go. So it's saying we have 1 hour and 10 minutes, about 46 minutes at cruise, which is actually really perfect, to be honest. We've been in the air now for about 12 minutes, so all good. With which airline are you coming to Greece? EasyJet. Dan, would you live stream a 15-hour long-haul flight? That's a good question. I've been asked this quite a bit. I would like to, but the thing is, YouTube likes to divide streams into 2 parts that go over 12 hours, so it wouldn't really work. I mean, of course, there'd be a part 1 and a part 2. We'll see. Potentially. But I don't think it'll ever happen, to be honest. Who's your favourite music artist? I don't really have one, to be honest. It's really bumpy up here. It's really bumpy. Way Young Av Geek, what's up? Welcome. I'm good. How are you? Right. I'll let the aircraft do its thing whilst I do something else here. Okay, the weather seems to have sort of smoothed out now. Nice. Nice and smooth. Let's reduce that climb rate to about 1,500 feet per minute. Maybe a little bit less than that. 1,200. Okay, with that being said, Kai, welcome to the stream.
Hey, hopefully you all can see me.
What's up?
There you go.
Could you tweak your audio down just a tad here? I think it's a little bit too loud.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, it should be all good.
Let's see. Input gain, that's what we want. Is that any better?
Yeah, that should be okay.
Sweet.
So Kai, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Bit of a chaotic start there, I think, for both of us.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I'm not too sure what happened with the whole, I mean, was it too many aircraft, possibly?
Yeah, look, it can kind of happen, and we're well aware and working on things to help improve this, but when there's so many aircraft, like some of them are just, I mean, you were one of the aircraft who fell victim to this, was that you sent through your request, but it didn't pop up as a notification on my screen.
Okay.
As ATC.
Right.
So you were stuck waiting and ended up, took quite a while to get you off the ground, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, no, we did. Thank you very much for jumping in when there was connection issues with the other controller. It did help out, of course. It was going to be quite chaotic if someone didn't step up to it, so...
Yeah.
You're a lifesaver.
I haven't done ATC for a little while, but it's good fun.
Kai, why don't you... I mean, there's a lot of people... There's someone saying... Phil said, your friend... No, Kai works for Infinite Flight, and I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for Kai to explain, introduce himself.
Yep. So, hello, my name's Kai. I work for Infinite Flight as a software developer. I originally started as just a community member, as did Dan. And I made third-party apps, so doing software development, creating apps using Infinite Flight's APIs to kind of network with the app, I suppose you could say. And yeah, that's kind of how I started, and eventually what I was doing got noticed by the team, and yeah, they offered to hire me, and it's been great.
Welcome aboard. You know, that's the first time I've actually said welcome aboard, because usually it's welcome aboard to me. I'm not the youngest one in the company anymore.
I think I've taken that title from you.
Yeah, you have indeed. That's fine. You can take it away.
The question is, who's next?
Well, yeah, exactly. Who watching the stream is going to be hired by Infinite Flight next? Drum roll. Who knows? I have no clue.
No, me neither.
Kai, whilst we're here, and of course you recently fixed the whole overlay, you do a lot of sort of API work and whatnot. Would you like to explain, I think Cam may have explained how this works in the past, but a lot of people still ask, how do we get the live overlay? Is this like an open source or whatnot? Like, how was this created? I'm sure you'll know, obviously Jason created the visuals and whatnot, but how, from a developer standpoint, was this put together? Do you know?
Yep, so this overlay is actually completely using data that's publicly available. Dan runs the same version as the app that you do, more or less, and certainly from the API side there's nothing different about it. So if I was to send you this stream overlay, you'd be able to boot it up and it would work exactly the same. So basically the way it works is we're sending data over your local Wi-Fi network, saying, hey, Infinite Flight, can you tell me what's the current aircraft state? What's going on for the aircraft? And it says back, all right, we're at 217 knots indicated airspeed, 453 knots ground speed, and so on. And then we also request a flight plan. It says, all right, we're heading for this airport. Then, as part of that flight plan response, it also sends kind of like the estimated time to destination and how long the flight's been in progress. And based on that, we can kind of calculate the percentage of how long the flight is, like how close the flight is to being done. And yeah, kind of put that plane on the little line there for you. Now I'll just have a look at the chat. But yeah, basically it's running, for those who are a little bit more techie perhaps in the chat, it's an Electron app written in JavaScript / a little bit of TypeScript that Dan runs on his device. And yeah, he just captures the window and puts it into the stream.
There we go. Easy as that.
Alright,
And
so
I mean,
chat.
of course, it is like if we were to send this to you, obviously it would work. But just for clarity, this is like a private feature at the moment. Maybe in the future we can. Maybe in the future we could create something that everybody could use. But for now, the stream overlay stuff that you see just belongs to the company.
Yeah, and look, it's not something in its current state that we'd want to release. It's very much designed to work with Dan's setup. Like, when I open this app on my laptop, if I'm just using my laptop screen, then it actually just overflows the screen. There's not enough room to fit it in the screen. Like, it's very much designed for Dan's monitor size and is tailored that way. Need quite a bit of work, even if we did want to release it, which at this stage we don't.
Yeah, and was having tech issues with it. I actually forgot to say sorry to everybody for the slight 3-minute delay at the start of the stream. It's because I was stressing because my entire streaming setup decided to not work at the very last minute, and Kai and I had sat for about 30 minutes prior to the stream figuring things out, trying to get the overlay working, and we got it working, and then all of a sudden, before starting, it all stopped working again. So.
Yeah, because we had one call to troubleshoot the overlay, and I had to completely rebuild it because Dan's computer was not running it the way we expected. And then after that, Dan's video capture device just stopped working.
Yep.
And then purely by luck, as soon as I jumped on a call with him to try and fix it just kind of magically worked on its own.
Yeah. That's the thing, and when you, this is the problem, especially when you're a streamer, is tech, and when it goes tech, it's bad, and it can be very stressful, and sometimes you just can't fix it. Like before, we had a big stream planned, and it got to the day, and my internet provider just stopped working completely, and that's the problem. With streaming, everything happens live, and you can't really beat around the bush, really. Like it's just as it is. Like, for example, if the stream crashed right now, there's nothing much we could do. We can't exactly just go back online.
And that adds sort of fun to it. Adds a bit of fun to it, I suppose.
Definitely. And that's like, I mean, when you accidentally leak something, that's just fun, right?
Yeah, tell that to Laura.
No, I haven't leaked anything in quite a while. I remember, Kai, I don't know if you watched it, but it was when we were doing the 21.1 preview stream, the beta stream. I accidentally leaked basically the entire list of airports coming in the update the next day.
Yes, I remember, and then we had to build you that feature so that you could hide the airports that were still work in progress.
Yeah, so essentially in the Infinite Flight settings now, I just have a special button that allows me to hide 3D airports that aren't out. So it's very helpful.
Yeah, it's a shame, but kind of. I mean, there's some really cool airports. I'll try not to leak anything myself.
Yeah.
No, there are definitely some cool airports coming, and some that I've kind of contributed to, and some that I'm really looking forward to. The scenery editing team do amazing stuff.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic, and there are some very cool looking airports that will obviously eventually make their way into Infinite Flight. But the scenery editors, they do a fantastic job, and Kai, of course, you and I, we've built a couple of airports ourselves, and I think a lot of people underestimate the time that goes into these airports. It's a time-consuming process, and it's an art form. Once you learn how to do it, you could create some really cool bits and bobs and get really creative with it, and it's a skill that you adopt over time, and of course, the editors pick it up over time because of how much time they simply spend on 1 or 2 airports. It does take quite a while. Like for Gatwick, for example, here we flew out of Gatwick today, and I mean, surprise, I built Gatwick an infinite flight, and that took me there was a V1 of the airport, and essentially I built Gatwick from the ground up, and it wasn't looking too good. So then I sort of deleted everything and sort of built it from the ground up again, and in total, if you were to put all the hours together, it would have taken a good, I would say, 3 to 4 months to build Gatwick.
Yeah, and some editors do like crazy stuff as well. Like, I'm trying to find. Yes, this editor. So I'll mention this editor by name because I think he's done some really amazing things. Some of which have been so intricate we've actually had to look at them before release and go, no, sorry, we can't release this because it's going to have too much impact on performance.
Yeah.
But 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟, if you're watching, your airports are absolutely incredible. He does these on a phone. So like he builds any airport that has some weird like sculpture art. He'll build it with our system, and it's just amazing what these editors have been doing.
Of course, nobody knows what our system actually is. It's still very much like a secret, top secret thing, how it works. But if you were to understand how it works, some of the stuff that these creators, these scenery editors make in Infinite Flight is seriously impressive, because the tools that we have, and they're not limited, but they're definitely not really extreme either. Like,
and they're basic building blocks. Like, you can build what you want with them, and you can build obviously incredible stuff. But they are basic building blocks. Each building is represented as just a shape, and so when you see weird shapes in buildings, the editor has gone through and added each of those corners as like a little node and positioned each corner by hand. Like, it takes time. There's a real art to it.
Yeah, for sure. It does take a very long time, and these guys are really skillful.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, let's have a look in the chat, see what people are up to.
Any questions? I mean, of course, as always, if anybody's got any questions, then feel free to ask. We're here for the next, I mean, we've got another 23 minutes at cruise, so we've got plenty of time to answer some questions. So, Luma said, are there any job openings for Infinite Flight? Not at the moment, sorry. Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
No, I think we're pretty happy with our team at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a good team.
So Infinite Flight 001 says, so actually the most important part of the stream is the network. I would say yes. I mean, we won't get very far without a network.
Work in progress? We don't have any work in progress shots to share with you today, unfortunately. Although, as much as I would love to share it, we haven't got any prepared, so...
what else we got?
When do we know when to descend? That's a good question. Rocky plays. If you put VNav on the bottom of your screen here on the information bar, you essentially can select VNav, which will show you how many minutes you're away from your top of descent, and of course how many nautical miles you are from your top of descent as well. That's how you know when to descend. And of course, if you use VNav, it's an automatic descent as well. It's vertical navigation. It will take you down automatically to the selected altitudes on the star, the standard arrival. So I would say use VNav. It's easy. It's easy.
Yeah. Or you could have autopilot take you all the way down to the ground. Do what I did when I flew recently. Cheat. You can use the approach mode.
Yeah, you could do a Kai and just use APPR. Capture the glide. There you go.
Got a question here in the chat from Gonzo. What type of software dev are you involved with, Kai? I try to do a bit of everything. I've done a little bit in the app. I've got a feature that is kind of a background feature coming in this next release I can't talk about. And honestly, it wouldn't be that interesting if I did talk about it, because you're not going to notice it if everything goes to plan. I also do website stuff, so I spend a significant amount of time going through the website and our internal admin dashboard as well, optimizing everything, making sure things run smoothly. If you go to our development timeline, infiniteflight.com/timeline, I did a big change with that semi-recently from the way we fetch data, all those kinds of things. But yeah, a lot of what I do is, on the website at least, is performance-based, making it a smoother experience for you and a nicer experience for us when we're developing it into the future as well. Alright, what else have we got here?
I think the most frequent type of question is to do with when's this plane coming?
Yeah.
We don't know. Surprise.
Yeah, there's a bit more detailed answer. There's a thing that kind of goes around in the community that every plane will get reworked eventually. And it's true to an extent. But Laura pointed out in one of our Discord stages recently that reworks are no small task. They take about 6 months each. So we have numbers of aircraft, quite a few aircraft. I'm sure someone will know the number off the top of their head. But if you figure out how long it would take us to rework every aircraft at the level of detail that you've come to expect, then it's going to take us a very long time. But we try to get through, we try to work out what we prioritize to make sure we keep as many people happy as possible. But I suppose you like your aircraft such that you have working instruments and you have wing flex and all these fun features that make Infinite Flight great. But those things take time, and as we introduce more of those features as well, it means that we need to go back and add them to previous planes when we make them, but then we also need to implement them on future planes in the future. So it changes things up a little bit, but 6 months is our ballpark at the moment.
I suppose there's something to take into account as well, like optimizing things, of course. I can imagine, like, if you bring a new aircraft out which has X amount of polygons or whatever, it's this brand new HD aircraft, and then all of a sudden you have an airport like Gatwick with about 150 of them all in there at once. It's going to be a little bit choppy. So there's them things to take into account as well, like optimizing things, making sure things run smoothly. And we don't rush things, of course. If we rush, then you're not going to get the full finished product and the best that we can do.
Yeah, and a big part of that process is our artists will go through and they'll create what we call a high poly model. That means they go into the most detail they possibly can and make everything look pixel perfect. But if we were to put that in the game, all your iPads would just catch on fire. So instead, they go back after they've made that lovely high poly model, and they use a variety of techniques to lower that polygon count, make it easier for your devices to render these aircraft. And they also do a bunch of other stuff. So when one thing we introduced a couple of years ago now is level of detail rendering. So if you look at an aircraft from a distance, it's going to render with a lower level of detail than if you zoom in and are right next to it. One of the main things we cut off is like the antennas on top of the aircraft. If you're zoomed out, we just don't render those to try and save some polygons, make performance a little bit better. But as soon as you zoom in, they appear, they're noticeable. But yeah, just trying to save your device wherever we can, because no one wants a game that's running at 2 frames a second.
I was trying to show an example of that, but it didn't really work out very well. I'm just looking down on a Ryanair 737.
Let's have a look.
Oh wow, this is cool. There's like loads of aircraft below me. There's a Ryanair, then below, a couple thousand feet below that, there's a Norwegian 737. If you look on the stream right now, Kai, you'll see exactly what I just...
Oh, let's see. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. I must go. My iPad's behind me. It's on charge. I was going to get some cool screenshots from when you departed Gatwick. Like you said, tons of aircraft on the runway. Should be a really good screenshot if I can grab it.
Kai, why don't you turn on the too high mode and take a screenshot? Send it to me on Discord, and I could potentially put the screenshot on the screen. Everybody can see themselves.
All right. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. There goes Kai on a mission to get a screenshot. Kai, I've just realised something.
Yep.
We're wearing the same T-shirt.
We are we? The Infinite Flight T-shirt.
The Infinite Flight T-shirt.
Very nice. I don't know if you can see. Hang on, what's the stream seeing of my camera? I probably can't quite see, but sitting here as well for the duration of the stream is, maybe you can see her now, is my dog sitting over on the bed.
Where's the dog? Let me see.
Oh, over there.
Yeah. See. I think a lot of the people watching now know Ted. I'm not sure if you've seen my dog Kai, but
No, I haven't.
he's camera shy. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Stream can see it. Yeah, it just lazing over on the bed. Alright, let's get this screenshot.
Let's see. We've got 15 minutes. Kai, as well as doing after you've got the screenshot and whilst I'm putting that on the screen, you could go ahead and figure out the keyword and just drop that in Discord whenever you're ready for this giveaway that we're going to do.
Alright.
What should we do? Should we do 1 or should we do 2?
Ooh. I don't know. How many viewers have we got? 143.
That's quite a good amount.
Maybe if we say get to 150 and we'll do 2. As in, like, tell your friends, come join the stream.
It's a good idea. Okay, you heard Kai. If you would like 2 giveaways on this stream, then let's get to 150 live viewers and then we'll consider it.
Alright. While this replay is loading, I'm going to go back over to the chat. I saw a few questions I was going to answer. Aviator Alex, I know you posted it. If only I could find it.
Stefan, thanks for the sub. Or Stephen, however you pronounce.
Aviator Alex asked Kai, what advice would you give for people who want to learn how to code? And to that, my biggest piece of advice is do something that you're really interested in. For me, it was web development. I learned web development by literally just tinkering until it worked. And if that's something that you like, then by all means give that a go. If you want to create desktop applications, then go look into how to do that. And just like find a project and just work on it. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you, just keep trying, keep going, iterating on what you're doing. Google everything. Like Google has all the answers to programming. There's a funny meme. It's like Googling things doesn't make you a doctor, but programmers are doing that every day. But yeah, Google everything and just keep working on a project that is important to you, so you have motivation, and then eventually you'll become familiar with what you're doing.
Wise words from Kai.
Alright, let's see if we've got any other questions here.
Why did you remove the fast forward button from the replay? I don't even know the answer to that one, to be honest with you. That was a very long time ago.
Fast forward.
That was a really old school feature, wasn't it? Pre-global.
Forward. Before my time then.
Yeah, it was pre-global. You was able to like there was like a scrubbing sort of lever, like the throttle up the side of the screen, where you could speed up the replay or slow it down, and you could like.
Oh yeah.
There was like buttons to also use like slow-mo or whatnot, but I'm not too sure. I'm sorry, I can't answer that one. Maybe save that question for Laura or somebody when they come on the stream at some point. Captain No Gear, what's up, Yoda? How's it going? Just hopping on to say hello before I head out to the ramp. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream. Captain No Gear, what's up? Enjoy your time on the ramp today. Looks like we're only doing 1 giveaway, Kai.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's a shame.
Maybe we should. Alright, screenshot is going. Alright, there's one screenshot. I'll see if I can get one of you taking off, Dan, because that was a very nice takeoff.
Thank you very much.
Alright, you're just in the queue here. See. Waiting to take off. Alright. Let's see what else.
Infinite Flight 001 said, I just saw there's 150. I can assure you there's not. There's 117. I get very live update on my end here.
Someone asks, Kai, iOS or Android? That depends.
Ooh.
I'm an Apple fanboy, full disclosure. I very much like Apple's products. That being said, though, Apple can be quite a pain for App Store reviews and stuff, and it's not without reason, but it can be frustrating. Sometimes they'll completely ignore it when we implement something, and then not have a problem with it for like 2 years. This has happened. And then suddenly, when in an update where we don't change that feature, they decide that we need to change how we do it. So it's a bit frustrating. They have lots of rules, but overall, I think they are a company that makes very nice hardware and pretty good software too.
I just saw a comment from Aviation001. It said, it's a tutorial on how to do an aviator down thumbnail. So it takes a screenshot, tilt it 300 degrees, Infinite Flight logo in the background, and boom, you have an aviator down thumbnail.
Is that how it works?
I love it. The tilt gives it a little bit more depth, makes it a little bit more exciting. Aviation001, I like that. That was funny.
IF Finland asks, is it normal when iOS crashes more than Android? It really depends on your device. iOS is nice because Apple only releases a certain amount of devices, and we have enough beta testers that we can test a wide range of devices. Whereas Android, there are like so many models that it's really difficult to test different hardware, even though it's all the same software. So I would actually say Android probably has more issues. iOS though has stricter rules. So if we're using too much memory on iOS, iOS just kills the app and doesn't tell us anything about it. But otherwise, it's the same code mostly running in both operating systems. So if there's an error and your app crashes, chances are it's on both. Alright, let's get this screenshot of Dan taking off.
Yeah, I would say I definitely
that's
prefer
a nice one.
iOS and Apple products. I'm an Apple fanboy as well.
And yet you don't use a Mac.
No, I do. I have a Mac here, but I never use it. it's like from 20. That's how I actually started off my YouTube channel, with the Mac back in the day in 2015. And now it's just so slow that it just sits there, and I never use it. Unfortunately, it's like retro hardware. It's like a museum piece in my bedroom.
Oh, now I've got to figure out how to get these photos from my iPad. Need to turn on my AirDrop, I think.
I have a Big Mac. Hold on. Big Mac. McDonald's. I'll show you what one it is. Hold on. I need to get it.
It's actually crazy now what Apple's doing with the M1 chip, especially because I've got one of the new iPad Airs with the M1 chip, and it's kind of insane that my computer that's sitting here has the same like CPU graphics and stuff as my iPad that I'm holding in my hand. Like, it's kind of amazing, those advances in technology and stuff. Alright, AirDrop by everyone. Hopefully my neighbour doesn't send me airdrops or anything.
This one, Kai. I don't know if you can see it on the screen.
Oh, hang on. Let's switch over to the stream.
Should we do a Mac giveaway? Who wants a Mac?
Oh wow. Alright, let's send you these screenshots. We can show the people what was the chaos at Gatwick. I'm thinking actually while I was doing ATC before, it'd be fun to I don't know how it could work. I'm literally just spitballing here, but it'd be fun to do an ATC stream, kind of show
Yes.
what it's like on the controller's side.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. To those watching right now, I'm sure some of you are aware. Kai, I'm not too sure if you're aware, but last week I thought I'd have a bit of fun and control some airports on the expert server out the blue. And it was fun, but I definitely have a lot of room for improvement. And until then, I don't think we could do that. I need to,
Might have to
I mean,
ask the IFADC training team.
to help me out. The thing is, I mean, you're very good with ATC. You could potentially do it one day if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I'd give it a try.
Maybe that's something we can talk with the bosses about.
Yeah, I don't know if I can keep the conversation going like you can. No, we were saying before the stream that Dan with the stream length, like he's trying to find the right length for an hour and a half to make sure he can talk for long enough instead of just sitting around doing nothing.
That's the thing, yeah.
I mean, Dan, your Slack bio does say professional at sitting behind a screen.
Yeah,
I mean, if that's your job, then
Yeah. That's it. That's right. Professional sitting behind a screen. Let's see what screenshot you've sent here then. Yeah, it's with streaming. It's all about picking the perfect duration and looking for like ideal flight times, because if the flight time's too long, well, you just have that grey area in the middle where it sort of dies off. Nobody really says anything. I don't know what to say because I'm talking to myself, and it just gets to that sort of point that's it's not very fun. Whereas, for example, this flight's an hour and a half. It's not going to fall off. It's not going to die, and it's easy to keep it flowing with many questions. And it's just ideal, really. It's perfect. Even though we spent 30 minutes on the ground, there's still something going on the ground. There's still stuff for you to see, and that's also another reason why I don't fly over vast amounts of ocean, because you simply cannot see anything, and it makes things very boring. Let me see if I can.
done something a bit different. See how this goes. If you're in the Infinite Flight Discord server, so if you're a pro subscriber, you can join discord.gg/infiniteflight. Just opened up the AMA channel for pro subscribers. If you want to ask a question, chuck it in there. It's just a bit easier to read than the YouTube chat. I'm probably more likely to get to the question.
Trying to find users, downloads. There it is. So I've loaded the screenshot you took.
Yeah.
Into Streamlabs, and in the far left corner it's just a photo of the parking lot, the car park, and because of the resolution that the photo's taken in, it's just completely filled the screen with a car park.
Quality content.
Yeah. Okay, right, let me...
I'm actually quite proud of the of that one of you taking off. I think that we tell Jason. I reckon that one's loading screen material.
Is it? Let me see if I can... Where's the... There we go. Okay, I'll put the takeoff one on the screen in just a couple of minutes. I'll transition it to the one you took beforehand.
Yeah.
It's almost time to descend, actually, so we should...
I wonder... Has anyone got ATC at a destination? It'll be interesting having a stream where Oh no, we've got... Let's see. Who have we got for controllers? Elephants is controlling EKCH, Ground Tower, and ATIS.
Okay.
I know he's been in the chat a few times in previous streams, so Elephants, if you're here, thank you for the service.
Thank you very much. Yeah, he's controlled quite a few events. Users, downloads.
question from Discord. Actually, I'll show it now. It's there. That screenshot is from just before when we had that massive queue at Gatwick. So great to see you all out there on the stream. Elephants, you are in the chat. Thank you for your service.
Okay, I'm going to put the takeoff one on the screen. Okay, apparently... Oh wait, that's why it's not. Okay, right. Let me reframe it.
Turkish 123 is 4 nautical miles south of Eslov at 13,000 feet.
Kai will be descending soon, so during our descent we'll do the giveaway at some point. So if you want to figure out a keyword or whatnot, then feel free.
Ooh, figure out a keyword. This is a lot of power. Great power comes great responsibility.
This is a good screenshot. Send it to Jason and say, Jason, make it the loading screen.
Alright, let's have a look here.
Center on 127.0. Copenhagen Center, easy 2691. With you at 21,000.
Turn right heading 120. Ryan 348.
Copenhagen Center, November 463 Mike Charlie. With you at 40,200. November 463 Mike Charlie. Requesting descent via title November 1st arrival.
Alright, looks like I might be taking 𝗖𝗛𝗡𝗘𝗥𝗦 ground for as you're arriving.
Nice. So you're going to do some ATC. Awesome.
Alright, let's give this a go.
Let me just close Slack in case there's any other Slack notifications.
Yep. Oh, sorry. I should have sent it to you on Discord.
Oh no. There wasn't any. Like none come through anyway because I closed it down. I saw that you sent it to me on my phone, but I know that Jason or someone will probably ping me and it'll be like it'll make that little tapping noise at some point. So.
Yeah.
WestJet 903 Super. Request frequency change. Scandinavian 59 heavy. Radar contact.
Okay, so how many viewers do we have right now? Let's have a look. We have 122. Okay, right. So very quickly, if you would like us to do 2 giveaways on this stream, that's 2-month subs to Infinite Flight Pro. Then invite your friends right now. Send them a link, invite them, I don't know, post it anywhere. Do what you want. If we get to 150 live viewers, we will do 2 giveaways. How about that?
Saudia 2020. Frequency change approved. Good day. Tyrant 25. Radar contact.
Let's plug this on Discord as well, I reckon.
Radar contact. Speedbird 111. Contact final on.
Are you shooting that in Discord, did you say?
Papa Hotel
Yeah.
Mike November Lima.
Good, good.
Contact final on 120.2.
Lee's Aviation's in the chat. Infinite Flight Finland 2, what's up? I'm going to go ahead and set up the giveaway whilst we're here.
Yep.
It'll be my luck, considering the tech issues we was having before this stream, that Nightbot won't even work. It should do.
Alright, opening Copenhagen ground now.
Scandinavian 369 uniform kilo. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Copenhagen Center on
Alright.
127.
Let's just focus on this for a second.
North Shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey. Radar contact. Scandinavian 369 uniform kilo.
Elephants, I apologize to the delay, just trying to
060. November 4
Memo Games, thanks for the sub.
multitask.
274. Turn left heading 340.
Turn left heading
Something that Kai struggles with, supposedly.
Yes, I forgotten about this. This airline is really fun on my layout. Alright. Now let's see, what are we doing for ATIS?
Copenhagen Center. Speedbird 166 heavy.
Departing 22 right and 22 left. Alright, who's the last one who messaged me?
10 nautical miles southwest of
You can go to 22 right.
Flying VFR. Speedbird 166 heavy. Radar contact. Speedbird 166
And so you can.
It would be so unbelievably cool if you could. Wow, actually, I've just seen something I think I've never seen before. Kai, if you look on the stream right now, there's a load of fixes around a particular airport, and it makes like a semicircle.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really odd. I didn't. That's like you can fly in a complete circle, or half a circle anyway. What the? Wait, that's nuts. I wonder what that's for.
Descend and maintain flight level 270.
Descend and maintain flight level 270. Ryan 348.
Scandinavian 369 uniform tour. Turn right heading 080. Descend and maintain.
Let's have a look. Info.
And I have.
Shuttle 2447.
Dan, I have a lot of respect for you trying to stream and fly at the same time. This is quite an experience.
Yeah. Well, having to do ATC and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I can see that you're on the ground frequency on the airport information. Landing runways 22 right and 22 left. Ah, okay, right. I'm going to request a swap to 22 right. In fact, let's do this.
Yeah, I've just got a request from the controller, and I'll put it out on here as well so that people know. I'm going to try and send most departures to right.
Yeah, most departures, sure, that's cool. I only want to fly over the airport for the stream's sake.
Alright.
Turn right heading 080. Descend and maintain flight level 180.
Can you push back? Yes. Oh. Oh yeah, you're already pushed back.
Okay, should we do this giveaway?
Yep, let's do it.
Looks like we aren't reaching 150, so let's just do one.
Yep.
Okay, so the in
Here's
fact, Kai,
ATC.
go. You can take this one.
Alright. The keyword for this giveaway, time to put in the chat, is API, all one word, lowercase. I'm not sure whether that matters, but I'll say it anyway. I'll try and talk a little bit about the API while I do ATC. Yes, cross. Alright, so the API is basically how developers interact with Infinite Flight. So we have two main APIs, and that's the Connect API, which is the one I talked about earlier in the stream, where you're on your local network and you've got two devices or even just one device talking to itself, getting data about what's currently going on in Infinite Flight, saying things like we've got for the stream overlay, what's the speed, things like that. Then we have the Live API, which I've done a bit of work on recently, and that's requesting things from the servers. Things like what flights are currently happening on the expert server, which ATC stations are currently open. That's all done by our Live API. And there's documentation for both. If you're interested, if you're a developer, you can head to infiniteflight.com/guide and then click on developer reference. So yes, again, keyword is API.
You heard him.
Let's see, I bet the chat's going nuts.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yep.
I'll read out a couple of the entries so far. I've got Aviation X, Callum, Captain Sky Marshal, Dan Aviation, D Hicks, Gonzo. It looks like Jack Hooper has entered on 2 accounts. Infinite Flight Finland 2, IF Haddy, Memo Game, no, Momo Games hasn't entered, sorry. Samuel AR has. XY Magic has. We've got 39 entries so far.
Dan Aviation has attempted to enter multiple times, but I think it only works once.
Yeah, it does. So it doesn't really matter. If you spam it in the chat, it's not going to make a difference whatsoever. How's ATC going?
It's good. I think we're under control. We've passed the initial rush. We just got this stream of arrivals.
Yeah.
The tower controller has good pattern. Most arrivals are coming in on 22 left, I think, and departures we're sending out 22 right. Yeah, the layout at this airport actually makes everything really interesting challenges because of it, but because of the runway setup we're using, everything's quite smooth, really.
That being said, 44 entries. We'll leave it going for another minute or so. Of course, if you are entering this giveaway today, please do stay here until the giveaway has ended, of course, because if we roll it and you win and you're not here to claim the prize, then unfortunately you will not win it. We'll just have to re-roll, which takes time, and of course it means you also lose out. So stick by if you're entering this giveaway, because who knows? You could be the winner.
Singapore 1642 with you at 21,800. Singapore 1642. Radar contact.
127. Almost 200 likes. If you haven't liked the stream already, then you know what to do. I think the like button on YouTube now has a cool like confetti animation behind it or something if you press it.
That's cool.
So that's a reason to press the button, right, and test it out.
Yeah, I mean, when Twitter does that kind of thing, I always click the like button. Like, I'll do it multiple times too. Ooh, I think I should have turned my airplane count down before I
Is it still on
did
too
ATC. I had it on the very high, but the developer very high setting, which is 50.
50,
And
yeah.
I think it was a bit too much.
Yeah.
Made for some good screenshots, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, taxi
Oh,
parking.
Kai, I'm not too sure if you'll be able to do this. You might be able to do this. When I'm coming into land,
Yep.
I'm not too sure how busy the frequency is going to be. But if you was to like, as I'm about to land, you show like a third-person perspective of my landing on your face cam.
Ooh, that could be
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm not sure if it would work, but
Alright.
Yeah, two-
I can try and set this up.
a different perspective once I'm on final.
Taxi parking. I wonder how I could do that.
Just free cam at the end of the runway or something, then lock it onto the camera. And
Yeah,
just,
I'm trying to think how I could. I'm not going to hold my iPad up to the camera. I don't think that's going to work very well.
all right, okay, yeah.
I wonder if I can use this OBS virtual webcam for this.
Right, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this giveaway, roll it, and see who wins. So good luck, everybody. We're rolling it in 3, 2, 1. The winner is James Laurel. Well done. Congratulations on winning 1 month Infinite Flight Pro. Are you here? That's the most important part. Say hello if you are. Well done, James. This is when James isn't here. Yes, yes, James is here. Hello, welcome, congratulations. If you could leave your forum username in the chat, that would be awesome, and then we can get in touch with you over there.
I wonder what's the best way to do this, do you reckon? You know of a way I could show my iPad screen?
Is there any way of sharing it to your PC at all? Like, if you're using Mac, aren't you?
There is. Yeah, I am. It's interesting. If my webcam cuts out for a second, you'll know what's happened. But let's give this a try.
Okay.
Because I think sometimes it takes over like an entire. It can take over a whole screen. But let's see. Let's go screen mirroring. Oh, they're on different Apple IDs, so it's not going to work right now. I wonder how I can change that.
Just for clarity, the winner of this giveaway, James Laurel, you have Hustle as your profile photo. I believe there's 2 in the chat, and the one who won has Hustle in there. profile photo. I believe it's the same account, actually. I think there's just 2 accounts for one person.
EZ205 Victor Alpha. EZ205 Victor Alpha. Maintain 60,000. Maintain 60,000. EZ205 Victor Alpha. WestJet 903 Super. Radar contact.
Yeah, it's 2 accounts. Okay, got you. Okay, congratulations again.
WestJet
Um,
903 Super.
that was it.
Descent to flight level 200. WestJet 903 Super. Disregard last message. Nor Shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey.
We'll do one more giveaway.
Maintain 10,000.
Because we talked about it. We've got a little bit of time. James, I've got yours. We'll do another giveaway.
Descend and maintain 11,000.
This time, please only enter on one account.
Ryan 348.
Copenhagen Center. Nor Shuttle 104 Victor Alpha. With you at 4,700. EZ205 Victor Alpha. Contact final on 120.
Okay, the keyword for the next giveaway, enter it right now, is 737. Go.
EZ205
Go, 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 go. Type 737 into the chat.
Nor Shuttle 104 Victor Alpha. Radar contact.
Copenhagen Center. Wolfram's 139.
Here we go.
4100.
Could it cut out? Is it going to cut out? What's going to happen?
Contact final on 120.2.
It's a moment of truth.
November 463 Mike Charlie. Turn right heading 120. Turn right heading 120. November 463 Mike Charlie.
Screen mirroring.
139.
Oh, drum roll.
I still don't think it can find my computer for some reason.
Nor Shuttle 817.
It's weird.
You at 26,000.
It's fine. Don't
Yeah,
worry
I've
if you
got
can't.
my-
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
I really want to get this to work now. I'm too curious.
Dedicated.
This is how I'm a perfectionist like that.
Shuttle 817.
You ask me if I'm gonna do something, and then I'll go, oh, now I've got to get it to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if this other iPad works.
Nortrans 139. Flight following.
Yeah, the other iPad comes up. It comes up instantly, so I think it has to be on the same Apple ID, which these 2 are not.
Okay, got you.
348.
The iPad I'm using is on my work Apple ID. The one's on my personal one, as is my computer.
Right, got you.
642.
Turn right.
For those wondering right now why everybody's typing 737 into the chat, maybe some of you are just stopping by. We're doing a giveaway at the moment for a month of Infinite Flight Pro. So if you'd like to try to win, all you have to do is type 737 into the chat.
Nor Shuttle 817. Flight following request not required after check-in.
QJet 69 is 3 nautical miles west of Malmö's Zurich at 22,000 feet. Requesting radar vectors to Castro.
We've been on air now for 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Turn left heading 060. Turn left heading 060. November 463 Mike Charlie. QJet 69. Unable at this time. Proceed on course to Castra. QJet 69. Make a right 360.
Okay, we'll roll it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The winner is Dan Aviation, also a channel member. Congratulations on winning 1 month of Infinite Flight Pro. Yes.
Copenhagen
Awesome stuff.
EZ83 Echo Delta.
No, Dan.
5,000.
Another Dan.
EZ83 Echo Delta. Radar contact. Thank you.
Another Dan. Dan Aviation, what's your forum username? Please let us know in the chat.
Requesting descent via Tuggle November 1st arrival. EZ83 Echo Delta. Unable. Expect vectors. Copy. Expecting vectors. EZ83 Echo Delta. EZ83
Dan's.
Echo Delta.
Yes,
Turn
Dan's.
right heading 070. Descend and maintain flight level 300.
The airport's still quite far away. It's a really early descent.
Turn right heading 070. Descend and maintain flight level 300. EZ83 Echo Delta. EZ6 Victor Alpha. Descend via arrival.
Believe me, I would love to give all of you free subs, but that's just simply not how it works. I don't mean to make anybody sad by not giving a sub to you. Of course, it's a giveaway, and that's how it works.
15 Juliet Whiskey. Descend and
Wouldn't be fun if we gave you all subs?
Yeah, I know.
Descend and maintain
Where's the fun in that?
Nor Shuttle 104 Victor Alpha. Request frequency change. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Contacts final 120.20.
Contacting final on Ryan 348. 88 Adalis 2 nautical miles north of
Taxi,
40,000.
yeah. You can
Dan Aviation, if you're still watching, please do comment your forum username in the chat.
Ryan 348.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Continue as far. Inspect the Isles approach runway 22 right and Castra.
Roger. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Ryan F348. Inspect vectors for the Isles approach runway 22 left at Castra.
Roger. For shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey.
Ryan F3 Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Just going to maintain 4,000 feet.
Maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha.
Let's see, can I see Dan on the map yet? Whereabouts are you?
Turn right heading 120. Descend and maintain
Quite far away still, to be honest with you.
Continue
If you want to have a look on the stream for reference.
22 right at Castra. Turn right heading 120. Descend and maintain
Too many windows open. Not that one. That one.
Shuttle 477 heavy. Continue as far. Inspect
Ah, yeah.
Isles approach runway 22 right at Castra. Scandinavian 369 uniform hit.
Yes, I see you. Oops, but not on guard. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Might be funny, but I think FADC try to be professional.
Dan Aviation, if you're still watching, please could you comment your forum username in the chat? That would be amazing. That's how we'll get in touch with you after the stream to, of course, give you your prize.
3000. Scandinavian 932 Heavy.
Or shuttle 477 heavy. Descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4000. Red Nose 868 Alpha X-Ray.
Descend and maintain 4,000. For shuttle 477 heavy. Descend and maintain 3,000. Easy 45 Zulu Delta. Contacting Castra Tower on 118.1. Aeroflot 661 heavy.
QJet 69. Turn right
Dan Aviation is in the chat.
and maintain flight level 180.
You see a couple of messages above that he's still active, so hopefully
Vectors for
we
the
can
Isles approach runway 22 left at Castra. November 463 Mike Charlie.
man, I got disconnected by ATC. I was not staying.
Descend and maintain flight
Did I change my hair color? No, it's probably the lighting. To be honest with you.
heading 040. Descend and maintain 3,000. Scandinavian 869. You're aligned with the
I'm getting really tired now, Kai. I've been up since 2:30 a.m.
Contacting Castra Tower.
Yeah.
What time is it? It's 1:48 here, so
What a.m.?
yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
climb and maintain 5,000.
12:48. Sorry, I think I said 1:48. It's getting too late for me to know what time it is.
It gets to that time where tiredness just takes over, but I'm plowing through. I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah. Do you drink coffee? Have a cup of coffee to keep you going.
I do drink coffee. Coffee's very nice. I actually really like the caramel frappuccino from Starbucks. Have you tried that?
Left heading 070.
We don't have many Starbucks here.
Oh, really?
That's certainly not as common as over there. No, we have like one in the city in Melbourne. I don't live that close to the city, so I've never been to Starbucks.
Okay. Okay. No, it's pretty good.
Turn right.
I think
350.
if you know, Melbourne is very coffee oriented.
Okay.
But it's mostly in the city, and it's probably for the best, really. It's mostly small businesses that kind of coordinate that kind of culture. Yeah, lots of small coffee shops in alleyways, and
That's-
I promise it's not dodgy. It's actually like really nice.
That's what I noticed about
Right.
Edinburgh. Edinburgh's sort of similar. There's loads of little coffee shops everywhere, like down alleyways and hidden ones.
Yeah, well, when Cam was living in Edinburgh, he was telling me about this coffee shop called Little Fitzroy, and Fitzroy is a town, kind of a suburb in Melbourne, and this coffee shop, its claim to fame was it was Melbourne inspired. So apparently
Okay.
that's a thing.
Nice. Dan Aviation, I know you're here. I can see you're still going very crazy in the chat, but you still haven't provided us with your forum username. Pretty please, for the last time. Please leave your forum username in the chat. That'd be amazing. Thank you.
Runway 4,100 feet. Requesting radar vectors to Castra.
Scandinavian 932 heavy.
seeing a couple of questions. Where is Kai from? I'm from Melbourne in Australia. So actually looked it up a bit. Looked it up. There is no other Infinite Flight team members for over 10,000 kilometers from where I am. So I'm quite in the middle of nowhere compared to everyone else.
Dan Aviation, please, what is your forum username, your community, your Infinite Flight community username? Well, I know you're here. I know you're excited. Please, help me out.
Turn right heading 090, Singapore 1642. Turn left heading 350. Descend and maintain 4000. Easy 205 Victor Alpha.
Wizz Air 7 Victor Alpha. Turn left heading 270. Descend and maintain 7000. Descend and maintain 9000. Easy 146.
Turn right heading 120. Descend and maintain 8000. November 463 Mike Charlie.
Red Nose 3517.
And Dan Aviation, what's your call sign in Infinite Flight at the moment?
Until established on the localizer. Clear those runway 22 right approach. Steep at 166 heavy.
I think we might have a forum username there.
Yeah, we do. I'm just going to double check with a call sign as well to see if they line up with each other.
Speedbird 166 heavy.
Awesome. Okay, Dan Aviation, thank you very much. I'll get in touch with you after the stream ends. And James, of course. I'll get in touch with both of you after the stream.
Turn left heading 220, Scandinavian 3651. Red Nose 868 Alpha X-ray is 10 nautical miles southeast of Grand Old Hillary at 4,000 feet.
Did you manage?
Question.
Runway 22 left of Castle.
What was that, sorry?
I was going to say, did you manage to get that whole camera thing working, or is it just a no-go?
I think it's just a no-go, unfortunately. If you give me a bit more notice next time, maybe I can do it. If there is a next time,
Yep.
I can do it. But I think for this time, I think it's I can hold it up to the. I can try and do.
Yeah, do the hold-up thing. See, just maybe even now, to see if like, the camera
over to
focuses.
this. I can't even see my own camera at the moment. Nor can I see if there's any
That's it.
messages coming there.
That's yes.
Is that
backwards a little bit? Let the
that
camera
within the
focus.
stream?
Yeah. Take the iPad back a little bit. That would work. I think that would work if you were to show the landing for just about 5
I
seconds
have a
or
message
something.
coming through, so I better
You better reply.
actually be a controller. KLM 452 ready to taxi. KLM 452 taxi to 22 right.
Heading 040.
Contact tower when ready.
47.
Give progressive taxi
Same.
instructions and tell them to turn left, right, left, right, left, right.
I wouldn't do that. Maybe I should do that for you.
All about the trolling.
No, we're all very professional here at IF80C.
Yeah. We get a free pass as we start off. we get an allowance
Free
of
pass, I'd
one.
really like.
We get an allowance of one troll
a
per
free pass that
year.
I'd really like not to use.
Yeah.
Making a left 360. All Nippon 782.
More shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey. Do not exceed 220 knots.
Shuttle 477 heavy. Request frequency change.
More shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey. Turn left heading 350. Descend and maintain 5000.
Okay, we're approaching the airport super duper fast now.
Singapore 1642.
QJet 69. Request frequency change. QJet 69.
Let's have a look. Where are you?
080. Climb and maintain 11,000.
No, that's not you.
Almost sort of just to the top left of the airport.
Do not exceed 180 knots. Red Nose 868 Alpha X-ray.
Oh yeah, found you.
1642. Turn right heading 040.
Turn right heading 040. Singapore 1642.
Wizz Air 7 Victor Alpha. Turn right heading 300. Descend and maintain 6000.
Do.
Nautical miles southeast of Lanzarote at 3,500 feet.
Two aircraft waiting to push back at Copenhagen at the moment. If you're told to hold position, that means there's someone waiting behind you. So it's not safe for you to push back. But believe me, when I give that hold position command, I send a little reminder on your aircraft. I haven't forgotten about you. However, if you do go and send a duplicate message, you will not only get a duplicate message warning, but I also have to reset that timer, so you're actually not waiting longer, sorry. But just, if I tell you to hold position, just give me a sec to get some other aircraft out, and then you'll be good to go. Should talk as well, I'll give a bit of a shout out to Trio from the IFADC education group who used to do, actually I don't know if they still do streams, but certainly at one stage was doing HAC streams on YouTube that were quite interesting. I might have a talk to him if you want to go forward with this.
Was that, are you sure that wasn't Twitch, or was it definitely YouTube?
Oh, maybe it was Twitch, actually.
I think it was Twitch, and we gave them shout-outs during streams to drive some traffic there as well, to see it from an see like our live events from an ATC perspective, like at the same time.
You know if they still do it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have Twitch anymore, unfortunately. When's the next event? I'm not too sure at the moment. Not too sure. I believe the next streamed event will be a community event. So stay tuned for that. Turn left 040. Okay, I'm receiving vectors now.
Alrighty. Push back. You can push back. In a moment, you'll be able to push back too. Oh, this is rather strange without the context of the map that I'm looking at. Copenhagen's a fun one, actually. You get to, if you're at the terminal, aircraft on the final to 22 right, fly straight in over your head.
Yeah, that's exactly why I've
super fun to watch.
I think it's a really cool approach, that runway.
Oh, lots of people wanting taxi to parking.
IFADC's got emergency fuel. Nice.
Oh no. Oh, looks like tower's going to be closing soon. Hopefully someone takes it, because I don't think I can do tower and be on the stream. Yeah. Already. Oh, I've just lost quite a few aircraft.
Do 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 do. Dan, did you forget something? Infinite Flight 001. What did we forget? Tell me.
Turn left heading 040. Descend and maintain 4000. Easy A3 Echo Delta.
More shuttle 7784. Turn right heading 120. Climb and maintain 5000. Turn left heading 030. Maintain 5000. Air Baltic 8274. Northlands 139. Descend and maintain 4000.
Hopefully we can turn right soon and then turn towards final. Turn base and final. Any second now.
Turn left heading 280. Descend and maintain 8000.
Turn left heading 280. Descend and maintain 8000. Naruga 375.
Singapore 1642.
Oh yeah, here we go. I have Dan on the screen.
Turn left heading 314.
Flying, currently flying over ESML. Oh, we can't see it very well there, but got a message.
Oh, got a message.
Someone wants pushback.
Oh yeah, we're flying right over an
Let's
airport.
see. Oh,
Red nose 868 Alpha X-ray. Making a left 360.
what are you? Qantas 903 Super. Oh, there's someone there, so hold position.
Turn right
Land at
130.
Turn right heading
Cost only 1-2. I use a taxi. No, you're going to 2-2 right.
Okay, then set ILS for 22 right.
Turn left heading 250. Maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on
Cool.
localizer. Cleared ILS runway 22 left. North shuttle 2.
Who's the guy on the tail fin? I'm not too sure who the guy on the tail fin is, to be honest with you.
Let's see what's happening with ATC.
Turn right heading
Are they still closing?
Yeah. Or I don't know if I can take that. What should I do here?
Do not exceed 180 knots.
I'm actually not super confident controlling tower, certainly not in an event like this, just because I haven't done it in ages. The ground's easy to pick up, but
Tower's
tower
very
is a
fast
little bit
paced.
different. Yeah, I mean, so's ground at times, but aircraft can wait. Aircraft on final can't.
Well, no, exactly, yeah.
However, may give it a go.
Right, I'm turning final now. This will be interesting. Congrats on 3,000 hours flight time, Dan. Thanks, Kyle. Dan, for how many years have you been playing Infinite Flight? I believe it was something like the 13th of October 2012. It's quite a while. It's quite a while.
Turn left heading 310. Descend and maintain 2000. Wizz Air 7 Victor Alpha. Turn left heading 040. Wolframs 139. All Nippon 153 Heavy. Do not exceed 220 knots.
Do not exceed 220 knots.
Looks like we might have someone taking tower.
North Shuttle 2447.
Same controller from Gatwick as it happens.
Oh, awesome. Nice. That's great.
North Shuttle 7784. You're aligned with the wrong runway. Please check runway assignment. North Shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey.
Almost there. Airport's looking really busy. How is it down there?
0 knots. Wizz Air 7 Victor
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, I've got maybe 15, 20 on the ground. Most are arrivals by this stage. Got a couple of departures. A few people really insisting on 2-2 left when I've told them 2-2 right.
Oh, okay,
You know,
yeah.
just the usual.
Yeah.
Do not exceed 180 knots. Air Baltic 8274.
So you're saying you've been playing Infinite Flight for 1 decade? Basically. Almost, yeah.
Do not exceed 170 knots. Singapore 1642.
Let's see, where are you, Dan?
Turn left heading 310. Descend and maintain 3000. Turn left heading
Just turn,
We
turn
on final.
Yeah.
LN1133.
Looks like I'm doing a parallel.
Alpha X-ray. Execute missed approach.
Yes, I can see that. Alright, I better zoom back into the ground. Yes, taxi 2-2 right. Oh, that person's just taxied through someone.
This will make for a cool screenshot, this parallel landing.
Oh yeah. Have to go back and get it. You just enter that runway without permission, because you did.
Increase speed to 200 knots. Will shuttle 7784. Patel Alpha Romeo India.
Oh, it's really going crazy now.
Climb and maintain
This aircraft, North Shuttle 15 Juliet Whiskey below, is going really fast. I was trying to speed up to catch up so the parallel could be perfect, but I don't think it's going to be. Castrop Tower on 118.10. Okay. On the ILS, 22 right.
If I wants to cross runway 12, sometimes with ATC you get these quick commands that show up on the left.
Okay.
And because they order and how often you've used them. So I've used cross runway 12 the most in this session.
Oh, tower's offline.
Sometimes it'll be interesting. I think, yep, they're just doing a controller change. Just stand by.
Cool.
Sometimes it'll be interesting, I think, to see how many times I've used each command. Like cross runway 12 has got to be like 50 times at least.
For this landing, do you know what? I haven't done it for a very long time. I haven't used the HUD on the stream for probably about a year now. So do you know what? I'm going to be different, and I'm going to use the HUD so that everybody can get a nice view of the airport as we fly over it.
Alright, I think I'm gonna put my device to the test. Turn this airplane count up to super high. See if we can get down to landing.
Yeah.
Pretty nuts here though. Yes, pushback 22 right. I don't know if I'll even be able to hold it up to this camera for this.
Number 122 right, clear to land.
See parking. Taxi to 22 right.
Input flight 001, take care. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.
Well, I can feel my device heating up already.
Really?
yeah, that quick. Maybe I'll turn off anti-aliasing. And that one off, that should help a fair bit.
I'm excited to fly right over. It's one of the funnest things to do at this airport.
Yeah, definitely.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 22 right. Airbus 42 heavy.
Bobby 679, 678. Sorry, thank you very much for the sub.
Cafe 007 Victor Alpha Heavy. Castrop Tower, Singapore 1642. Inbound on the ILS runway 22 left.
Castrop Tower, Air Baltic 8274. Inbound on the ILS runway 22 right. Castrop Tower.
Just a couple of miles out. Full flaps, gears coming down.
Number 3, clear to land. Runway 22 left. Singapore 1642.
Air Baltic 8274, number 3, runway 22 right, clear to land. With Air 7 Victor Alpha, number 4, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Feel a little bit out of trim.
Let's have a look, see whether I can see you. Oh, maybe, is that you? No, I think that's someone for 22 left.
If it's me, let me know when you're locking
You're on
off.
short final now?
I'm going to flash my landing lights.
Yeah, I think that's you. Alright, here we have Dan. Let's see, this person is to hold position, but I have Dan in the background. 2 minutes. Alright, there's someone giving me a message, but
Someone
we
just
have
went
Dan
around.
on his approach.
It's
Oh
me.
no.
Someone just went around on 2-2 left, so it's fine. I'm still coming in.
Alright, let's see. You want to push back? That's alright.
Flying over the airport
So
now.
who will wait for the moment that I hold up my screen to like send me all the messages at once.
500.
Okay, flying over.
400.
Let's see. There we are. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's weird watching this in real time.
200.
Someone's calling ground. So runway 12.
100.
Taxi 22 right. Taxi parking.
40. 30.
It's weird. I'm watching this from 2 angles now as well.
10.
Okay, it wasn't too bad of a landing.
Runway 22 right. Cathay 007 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Yeah, look pretty. Oh, on my end, your wheels fell through the ground for a second there, but that's not too bad. Rolling out. There we have Dan safely on the ground.
There we go. Awesome.
Alright, now
There
I
we
can
go.
turn my. I can still feel my iPad getting hot. It's not quite as bad with anti-aliasing off, but
I think we landed right on the right main gear first.
yeah, it did look a bit like that.
There we go. Vacating the runway.
Alright, we overrun my frequency soon.
Yeah, just 2 seconds and I'll be on
Oh,
it.
just had a massive disconnect there. Half my aircraft disappeared. Hopefully it'll all come back.
Line up and wait runway 22 right. Cathay
Okay, right,
007
APU's coming on.
Alpha Heavy.
Contacting ground.
Yeah, there you are, bottom of my screen. Press taxi to parking.
Alpha Victor
Oh
Delta
yeah,
Alpha
taxi
November.
parking. Awesome.
Taxi to
Yay.
parking. At your discretion.
Trim to neutral.
Speedbird 3282. Ready for pushback with information November.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Thank you. Speedbird 3282. Pushback approved. Delta 5981 Heavy. Request permission to cross runway 12. Thank you. Good day. Scandinavian.
It's quite a long taxi back to parking.
It is, but I think it's worth it for that flyover view.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't beat that. That's one of my favourite approaches for sure. We took off from London Gatwick, for those wondering.
Castro Crown. Singapore 1.
You can always rewind the stream and watch it over if you've missed it. Or watch the key moments.
Request permission to cross runway 12. Castro ground. Air Baltic 8274. Request taxi to parking. Castro ground. Wizz Air 7 Victor Alpha. Request taxi.
Oh yeah, A330 rotating just behind us.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 22 right. Singapore 1642. Taxi to parking. At your discretion. Pushback approved. Green flight 1951.
Someone
Taxi into parking.
going for a bit of a backwards flight on my screen. I think I might be having connection issues.
Taxi to parking.
I love seeing that when someone having connection issues and they start floating into space or something, or sinking through the ground, or
Yeah,
zooming across the airport.
This particular person was just like they went really high, and I saw their shadow just bolt backwards.
November. Requesting runway 22 left.
I just saw a 737 eat the runway there.
Alpha India. Ready for pushback with
Ooh.
information November. Castro ground.
I think they let go of the throttle too early, and they were flaring and flaring and flaring, and then it just sunk and hit the runway.
Ah,
That's a common mistake though. I think
cheers.
fly into the ground effect. Like when the ground effect like starts sort of pushing your aircraft away from the ground, push forwards into that ever so slightly and slowly pull back the throttle, and it should ease onto the runway. Because ground effect is very, very easy to sort of over flare.
See, I have the opposite problem, like, especially flying in real life. I'm constantly fighting the ground effect because I under flare.
Right, yeah. I mean, I know what you mean. When I was doing my first landings, the ground effect, like, obviously makes you float, and then, like, naturally you want to push down, but you're not supposed to push down. You're supposed to bleed off the speed and pull back until you touch down, but it's so unnatural, especially in real life. Like, your natural instinct is to go, oh, I'm floating, I'm going back up again. I know, let's push back down, and it's the completely wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Delta 0116.
Speedbird 3282. Request permission to cross runway 12.
Alright, Dan, where are you?
Nearly
Did I
there.
tell you to cross 12 yet?
Sounds good. I'm not sure if I'm going to clip this 757. Yeah.
I can't see you actually. Oh, there you are. You are on my frequency. Let's be proactive. You can tell you to cross runway 12.
Cool. I need to wait for this 757 to slightly move out of the way here, and then I'll continue.
Yeah. Ooh, low battery. That's gonna cause some problems. Because I don't have a charger within reach.
Okay, I'm going to turn right next taxiway and avoid the oncoming traffic.
Yeah, you're all good. You can do what you like. I might just tell this person behind you to do the same.
Flashing their
Where's
landing
the rest of
lights.
taxi? There. Follow aircraft ahead. Alright, let's see if I got a charger over here somewhere. Maybe not. Might have to close up, I think. We'll put in the IPDC Discord.
Okay, I think we've run into a bit of a problem here. Do I have permission? Do I have permission to? Hold on a minute. We've got an aircraft. We're facing directly towards them on the crossing. I'm going to cross left, then right. I'm going to taxi down the runway slightly, and then make a right-hand turn to exit the runway.
Yeah, you should be fine. Unfortunately, with this kind of volume of
traffic, it's very difficult.
Traffic, yeah, I can't watch everyone, so it's kind of on the pilots a little bit to manage their own.
Of course, and that's how it is in real life. I mean, if it's like
collisions.
My instructor always says, you know, if tower gives you clearance to take off, that yeah, of course, that means you can take off, but it's still your decision as the pilot in command to check if the area is clear.
Absolutely.
You know, you're flying the plane at the end of the day, and it's up to you to decide if it's safe to do so. So, in that case, it wasn't safe to cross there, so I've moved. I think at this point it's going to be a scramble to find a gate. I'm not going to take a really long taxi to a gate. I'm just going to go and find a random one.
Yeah, if you want. Hang on, let me see where you are. You're there. Is that you? Where are you at the moment? Just
making a left hand turn.
Runway.
Ooh, A320 there.
The western gates are all pretty open.
Okay. I'll take the western gate. That's where I'm heading.
Head to your left. Oh, you may as well just take that one right there.
Oh yeah, I'm actually going to take this one on my right. It's just the quickest, it's easiest. Alright, let's look at that stand guidance.
Ready for pushback with information November.
Let's not enter the stand at 100 miles an hour.
369 uniform kilo, ready for pushback with information November, requesting runway 22 right.
KLM 1610 heavy, pushback approved. Castrot ground, Scandinavian 1424, ready for pushback with information November. Castrot ground, Scandinavian 3651, request taxi to parking.
Castrop ground. Air Baltic
There we go, we'll stop there.
Golf. Ready for pushback with information 1. Requesting runway 22 right.
Alright.
And let's shut down the engines.
I'll be closing shortly. I'll be closing in 2 minutes. Message out now.
Beeper 369 uniform kilo.
Right, thank you, good day.
Thank you, good day.
Let's tune out.
Victor Delta Alpha.
Right. Let me get the channel members up real quick, do a shout out to them, and then we'll wrap things up.
Sounds good. Alright. If you two push back at the same time, everything should be fine.
We're almost at 110,000 subscribers. I didn't realise.
Oh wow.
That's nuts. That's quite a lot. Memberships.
Jeez.
Okay, so our captains and superfans, let's give you a shout out. Shout out to Captain Zeus, Korean Fox, Angelo, Crazy Minecart12, Terrell Martin, Grab, Aviator Griff, Hector, Eli, 𝗖𝗛𝗡𝗟𝗏, TRC Jedi, Nick Masterson, The Aviation, Josh K, Captain Sky Marshall, Golf Hotel Alpha Zulu Bravo, Simon Weber, Gonzo, and Crazy B. Thank you very much for being captain and superfans. With that being said, Kai, I'm not too sure if you'd like to wrap up on your end and say your goodbyes and whatnot for joining. I guess what's your first proper solo-ish sort of stream, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a bit chaotic with the ATC in the end, and I'm still controlling. Yeah, it's been good. Thanks for having me, Dan. It's been
welcome.
Nice to chat instead of like I send you messages on Slack and then I post in the YouTube chat. It's all a bit
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's
bit
been nice to have
delayed,
you
but
on.
nice to chat in real time.
Oh yeah, definitely. And of course, you're more than welcome to come on in the future if you feel like you've got a bit of free time. I mean, guests are always welcome. You know how it is. Sometimes I sit here and I don't have anybody to talk to or whatnot. So if you if even if it's not planned and you're watching a stream and you feel like, oh, I could hop on for 20 minutes, then you're more than welcome to hop on and say hello, because you know how it works now.
Yep.
But
easy.
Yeah, no, Kai, thank you very much for stopping by on this one. It's been great to have you here, and I would just like to say a massive thank you to everybody who's watched this stream, to Dan Aviation, I believe that was your name, and James, I'll get in touch with you after the stream ends, of course, with regards to your month sub giveaways. But with that being said, thank you everybody for watching. It's been our pleasure to entertain you this evening and this afternoon, wherever you're on the world.
ATC as well.
Exactly, yeah. ATC, you do a fantastic job on every single one of these streams.
Yeah.
And not even just streams, it's just events in general.
Let's mention my name, I think. So I had Danish 12 helping me both at Gatwick and here. And before Danish 12 took over, we had Elephants here at Copenhagen. So thank you both. You both did great. You've been great tower controllers to work with.
And it's not that as well. When I done ATC the other day on the expert server for the sort of first time, I really found out how challenging it actually is and how stressful it can be. So I salute you. Well done to all of our IFATC. Of course, passing the test to even control the expert server skies. You do a fantastic job. Keep it up. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you, Kai, for joining. We will see you in the next one.
Thanks for having me.
Take care, everybody. Goodbye.